So what can I say when we are starting to think about a new product? That the parameters which we have to think on from a technological point of view, well, more and more we'll have to think about the life cycle assessment. This is going to become more and more important, that we can say how economical to produce this product is. And that is where the question of the cold chain versus the long shelf life is going to come again. The packaging is a problem, because we've seen that in the recent past, products which were packaged in individual portions have had a great success, but that's a lot of packaging to be eliminated. So we have here a contradiction between the packaging and the attractiveness. The packaging as a waste, and the attractiveness, which is individual portions which can be adapted to snacking, to eating on the move, not so much for eating at home, and the production of fruit-rich desserts as an alternative to milk-rich desserts. And of course, all these products have to be nutritionally sound, preservation of beneficial components, and so we need to know which are the beneficial components, and we need to calculate what actually happens during the processing. And of course, it will be important to stay with things which have not too much added sugar and fat, because then we lose the healthy part of the food products. So, when thinking about new products from fruit and vegetables, we have to think of the three factors: the product, we have to have the right variety. Some varieties are good for fresh cut, some varieties are good to produce low carbs, some varieties are not. The process, and make use of the new process which have become available, and the package, how are we going to sell it for a family or for a single person. And this is the package actually, and also the marketing play an important role. For example, in France you can buy purées which are in very small packages in foil, and they are meant to be eaten by the children. This has been a great success. I know that the company has tried the same thing in the Netherlands, and it didn't work because the marketing was wrong. And I would like to thank you for your attention, and to thank all the people who have contributed to this.
Some questions for Catherine, or comments? No? I'm wondering if you showed some of these slides with some fresh cut with some, or enriched desert, or rich food desert, right?
Yeah.
With this, because trying to link with the talk of last, do you think that this type of product would be able to claim some health effects, or you know, say I think I mentioned an apple wedges with some cottage cheese.
Yeah.
We will be able to claim health effects on the apple side because of the apple and not.
I don't know about the legal aspect of that. With the new system where they will have, well, they will. What will matter, I think, in those products is not so much whether they can claim the health properties of the food, but whether we stay with the green kind of labeling or go to the red. That's why I said not too much added sugar and fat, because then we go to the other end. We go to people, to things which are going to have a very high density, energetic density, and this totally destroys. But this destroys, to my mind, part of the interest of having a fruit product, which is that they have a low energetic density. But depending on what is present there, if you think the fiber is what matters, and in that kind of product the fiber is still there, for example.
Any comment? I do have another one. Is it from all of your processed products, which because I understood from the past days that one of the values was freshness, and I think from the survey of people, still in the processed fruit was something that was a value, the freshness, you know, this quality of all the processed fruits, which would be the one that would have the highest quality of value in freshness, perhaps a fresh cut, or.
And that's a fresh cut. The fresh cut. The problem with the fresh cut is the cold chain. A fresh cut demands a cold chain, and I think one of the interests of the new process which have become available is that because they allow to reduce very much the cooking times and the cooking intensity, the products, they stay fresher. They are haven't gone over to very cooked products. And we still have the same bacterial safety.
So there's no breakthrough on the fresh cut, because it looks like we are for years talking about fresh cut, and as you said, there's a lot of
not to my impression. The limitations, the things like like our partner NBL, they have a very efficient. They are very efficient in producing the fresh cut. The fresh cut are very expensive, and they can do it because they have a very short and efficient distribution system. Fresh cut is inherently a very low shelf life product, so it's not something that you can store. And with a shelf life, nothing that thin goes beyond the 10 days for a fruit fresh cut is incredibly long already. And 10 days is the limit for distribution in supermarkets, for easy distribution in supermarkets.
And no results from the high pressure on the fresh cut? I mean, have you tried that? Or?
Did they try high pressure on the fresh cut? What comes out is not fresh cut anymore.
Okay.
It's destruction, just like freezing. If you freeze a fruit and you take it out of the freezer and let it thaw, it's also a destruction. If you leave it, it will become brown. So you have to do something special to make it keep its texture. Inherently, you break the cells.
You can try it with you can make tires with fresh cut peaches, and they said that the product is very
That's correct.
yeah, you know, and I thought that maybe they inactivated enzymes, but they say we don't know, we didn't measure it.
And usually the PPO is activated at the very one phase of the high pressure processing. And the pectinase enzymes, they are not inactivated. So I don't know why it works with peach. Maybe there's something different in the vulnerability of the enzymes. But for apple, it doesn't work.
But for sure, it's worth to test, you know, high pressure processing for fresh cut, and that seems out.
Is any other comment? Or else we will move to the last presentation. Yes, so we move to the last presentation.